Okay, cool. Thank you, my turf. Our next one up is U-Glue. Let's welcome U-Glue to the stage. Thank you. Yes, this is working.
Good evening. We are U-Glue. We are your campus information toolkit, and our goal is to partner with campuses to provide information and services through a mobile app. U-Glue is a one-stop mobile access to critical university information. The campus is both our customer and our partner. I'd like to introduce just a few people. Our CEO, Judy Julius from Hartnell. Our business development person, Laura Adam, PhD from Monterey Institute of International Studies. And Al Boudris, MBA, part of our advisor team.
We did some market research. We spoke with almost 100 test subjects. These were students. And out of this survey, we found that we identified the consensus of 6 critical issues. The top 4 were, it's too much homework. Included alcohol. They wanted to buy and sell books from each other to save money. And they wanted to find a tutor. Well, we can't help them with too much homework, but we're certainly not going to help them with the alcohol issue. But we can help them to connect, to buy and sell books, to save money, and we can also help them to locate a tutor. Now currently, they have to go face-to-face to secure a tutor. Our U-Glue development includes that during the first year, we're going to meet the needs of students. They need to, again, find a tutor and connect for books. They might need security to guide them to parking. And in year 2, we're also going to be providing, I don't want to stand in front of you, we're also going to be accessible to the faculty and staff. By year 3, we're going to include, we're going to include the vendors in this process. Our customers include a target population of CSUMB students. Our target for the 3rd year will include 12 CSU campuses, and by the 5th year, we intend to include all CSU campuses in the state of California. Now, in real time, these numbers include approximately 437,000 currently. Those are students, and 44,000 faculty and staff.
That means I'm up. Okay. To start out with, we're looking at 7,100 freshmen to begin with, and we figure that we can capture 60% of those freshmen, starting out with 4,300 freshmen the first year. By year 2, we will have the continuing students and new freshmen coming in, and a 75% attraction rate for 6,000. And by year 3, we would have 7,300 students on this network, and the faculty by that point. Okay. We have 2 income streams, one being the subscription-based fee, which is charged to the partner college, and that is $5 per student that is enrolled. Then the variable base usage fee is 5 cents per click, and that's per student. We figure it would be 56 clicks per year, because it goes up and down through the year, and it ends up being 57,000 clicks by the 3rd year of usage. And then, next slide, we go to the income statement, and we will break even in the ending of the 2nd year. And in order to do that, we need an initial investment of $35,000 to $40,000 to get off the ground. Now, as we do our research and development, obviously we're going to want more and go for more people to help partner with this. But we really want to be able to do this as fast as possible, and so that's why we're striving for more than what we actually need right now to get off the ground.
So we really want to thank you for your attention, and we especially want to thank you for coming on board our project. Do you have any questions?
So the universities pay $5 a student. I imagine there needs to be a pretty compelling story to the university in terms of impacting their revenue, helping them bring in revenue. I didn't see, why would a university do that?
A university is going to do that because currently they can't meet the immediate needs that we've entailed in servicing students and faculty and staff and vendors. As a student worker, I work in the maintenance and custodial department. I field work orders, and schools need help to respond to students' needs, especially a new student who comes on campus. They don't know where they are. They need a little bit of map and directory help. Students really can't find their classes on the first day. So the implications do get very large. This is a maintenance system that ties into a system that's already available in the school. So we're going to template and work with a school that needs to be organized in all of these systems.
I think it's an interesting idea, but I have two questions for you. One is, it seems like it's a pretty competitive space. There's a lot of people doing it. And second of all, help me if I heard you right. You said you needed $35,000 startup investment. At the end of 3 years, you're going to make $24,000.
Well, no, let me detail that. No, what we're asking you to do is to fund us so that we can break even by the second year. We're giving a long shot projective to do all of the development needed, but we can see that as soon as we can get students on board and show that not only are they using the apps, but they're gaining benefit from it, that's going to give us more strength to go ahead and add on the faculty and the staff and then the vendors. We have a great need to help our vendors too, but we're going to start with our focus group. The most immediate need to attract the colleges to want our product is that we service the customers' needs that aren't being met currently for the students.
I have to admit, I'm a little confused still, okay? The value proposition that you're suggesting is that you sell this to the university, right? All right, so why would, again, looking at why would I be compelled to buy it? I'm not quite sure.
The reason you might want to buy it is that right now, for students to find out the information that we'd be supplying them, they have to go onto the website, they have to click all these different links, and all the information is in wildly disparate places. Anyway, with the application, it would be able to bring the students the information they need with 1 or 2 clicks. And so we would like to test it out for free at CSUMB and then move on to other schools. And we'd be beta testing it here, and hopefully the students and the faculty who would be hopefully pleased with it here would help spread it by word of mouth to other schools, and we could, yeah.
So by the third year, your total revenue is $57,000. Is that viable financially? Do you have the cost?
Well, that actually is viable because by the time we're servicing the vendors, we're also giving a roundabout service that ties everything together for a management system in the college. The $57,000 is a low projection. We can see that once we have vendors on board, they're interested in sponsoring us so that they can get branding recognition. Now, we're still working that out. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, UGLU. Our next team is MenuFire. So let's fire them up here. And the clicker is right here, guys.
So we are MenuFire. My name is Matt Pranik, and this is Renan, and this is our team somewhere back here. We're going to be presenting.
All right, so what is our problem? The problem is that local restaurants don't have an online presence, but consumers are still trending on that online user experience. Now, we don't see this as necessarily a problem, interestingly enough. We see it as an opportunity to actually add a distribution channel and create an online ordering system that customers actually feel comfortable using. So, MenuFire, what the heck is MenuFire? MenuFire is actually a mobile application system that streamlines the restaurant ordering process and actually acts as a software solution for local restaurants that don't have the IT expertise or the technology infrastructure to actually make or implement an online ordering system. Now, how exactly does this work? Well, from the customer's perspective, it's actually really simple. All you do is you locate a restaurant using our geolocation technology services, and then you order your food using, as you see here, and you actually pay for it all through our application. From the restaurant's perspective, they have to monitor the flow of orders, and they receive analytics that actually help them receive useful pieces of information. These are the analytics that they actually receive, and this is our website. It's actually fully functioning. You should check it out if you get a chance.
So we were trying to bring it up, but it didn't look like it was going to work on this computer. So next, so who uses MenuFire? So local businesses can use our app, and the customers go through the application and find the restaurants and order through the menu we have here. This is kind of our setup for local restaurants. So the revenue is kind of a pay per order deal. That's kind of the industry standard. So the marketing is kind of a two-way street there, in that the restaurants promote the application as an additional distribution channel, and the application promotes restaurants that are nearby using the geolocation. And then on this side is another direction that the service offers for larger restaurants with multiple locations. And this is designed around creating one central place, one central app for the restaurant. We're using Pizza My Heart as our example. They have multiple locations, and they can use our white label interface so that they're using our platform. They put in their skin, their brand, their menu, and it's all enclosed in their one app that holds all their locations, shows where that is at, and the checkout menu. So basically, we decided to go out and do some customer validation this weekend, and we hit the streets, and within a few short hours, we got 60 responses with names and emails of people who are interested in this product and want to be notified when it comes into available for use. And so we also created a Facebook page last night that has over 140 likes now overnight. Pretty cool. So we went out and talked to other restaurants that in the local area to see, if they are able to recognize the customer demand for online ordering and for the online experience. And so, in talking with customers, one of them was Pizza My Heart, and so they're a perfect mid-sized restaurant to fit into this application, in that they can have all of their locations centrally located, and we talked to the branch manager there, and he mentioned that they were planning on rolling out an online presence soon. They were working on developing a plan for that and expressed interest in using a mobile application, using our platform for their menu to host online orders. And basically, from our other interviews, we've pretty much discovered that people are just not tech savvy. It's basically the gist of it. And so our application bridges the gap and allows them to have an online presence that they simply have just by inputting their menu online into the application. So, questions from the judges?
Can you explain how this is different from Grubhub or Delivery.com or these other sites?
So essentially, we're different in a couple ways. Our marketing strategy is a little bit different. We are really focusing on these local mom-and-pop restaurants, and we plan to give users a completely different user experience, from the analytics provided to the restaurants to the way you actually search up for a nearby restaurant. Do you want to?
Yeah, sure. I'd also like to add to it as well by saying that what we're essentially providing is a software as a solution. A lot of times it takes a little bit of time, technical knowledge to set up this sort of infrastructure, and what we're doing is we're offering the ability for a restaurant to come on, put their menu in, and start accepting online orders today. And so, let's see. Sorry, I'm totally blinking. I think that's
it's
about
okay.
it.
So, kind of on the cost structure, I mean, how are you interfacing with the restaurant? What's the infrastructure required for restaurants to take orders? Cost to you to do this, etc.
So basically, orders get passed from here into like an admin panel, and I think further down the line we can look at integrating with point of sale systems to directly input these orders into like Maitre, Aloha, different sort of touchscreen applications. But for now, it's a web application interface. The order comes in, it hits a pending queue, and the restaurant can either choose to accept the order or reject the order. They can set open and close times and that sort of thing. And then once they've accepted the order, it goes into an active, and then they have a list of past orders and that sort of thing. There's also a push notification service that can push back to the app, to the user, so they can say, oh, it's closed right now, or we weren't able to make this, or we're out of this, or whatever. There's also an option to call the customer too. So I hope that answers your question.
Did you develop a cost structure on what you're selling this to the business for?
Oh, yeah, the industry standard is a cost structure for the business, the restaurants itself, is a pay per order, and so that is, the industry standard is around 10% per order.
So we'd be taking 10% of every sale made through our platform.
How are you going to get them to sign up?
The restaurants, we are going out and creating an expression of interest and integrating the restaurants into the sale. The sales is on our part, and then the marketing onto the customers can be done through AdWords, through Facebook, but also like banners in the restaurant's window. And so that's how the marketing helps from both ends of the restaurant and the application.
I think you said you went and talked to 60, I think you said 60 restaurants. So does it require you to go to talk to every single one of them to get them to sign up?
Yes. Because it's not known yet, it's new.
We're also in the process of creating expression of interest forms. We had plans on actually doing it this weekend, but we are providing a 60-day free trial to these restaurants. And if it improves their sales, then we're asking them for a signature just to show that they're willing to think about this and whether or not they're going to commit to our system. If not, then there's no reason for them to actually continue utilizing us. But we're confident that the system will be efficient.
Have you thought about your overhead and cost on trying to get salespeople out there at just a 10% profit margin?
Could you say that one more time?
Yes, to put people on the street to sell your product and only have a 10% profit margin.
Thank you.